I'ma give them what they want. She gon' give me what I want. I'ma give them what they want.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the What They Want podcast. It's your boy Zay Productions, otherwise known as Zay. DJ Royal over here think he funny. I'm here with DJ Royal. Say what's up, dog.
What's up, good people? How we doing out there, y'all?
And the
What's
What They
happening?
Want podcast produced by yourself, Zay Productions, Slabo Arts, and Dialectic Media Group. Man, we out here. In fact, we got Slabo Arts back there, R&D department. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh, don't do that. We're gonna have to cut that out. We're gonna have to bleep that or something. I'll just bleep it. All right, listen. So, the snowman's out. So we had to figure this out. So we're gonna start episode 1 of the Meet the What They Want podcast series. Starting off with our very own DJ Royal. First of all, DJ Royal, welcome to the podcast.
Man, thank you for having me, dog, man. I've wanted to do this my whole life, dog, and it's really a blessing for y'all to invite me out here.
Man, we're glad you just found the time, bro.
Yeah,
real.
man.
I mean,
You know I'm a
you're
busy man out
Yeah,
here, dude. I thank you for having me.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is.
Yeah.
No, but this series really is kind of just diving into who are the hosts, who are the people behind the camera of the What They Want podcast, why we do the What They Want podcast, what do we do outside of the What They Want podcast. And so a lot of people know DJ Royal. I've known DJ Royal for a little bit, about a year now, and now I'm going to kind of dive deeper and learn a little bit more about DJ Royal, and y'all learn a little bit more about DJ Royal, so you know who you're looking at when you watch an episode of What They Want. I mean, I guess the first question is, where are you from, big dog?
I'm from the top, man.
Top
I'm from
city,
the 785, baby.
785, you already know.
I'm from the east.
Now,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now, it's to my understanding that you grew up and graduated from one of the worst high schools in the city.
Hey, we'll cut all this shit off right now.
T-High, stand up.
Man, I'm a real EA baby, man. I jumped off the porch on the east side. You know,
No, but you went to
the park.
You went to the
Highland
park.
Shout out.
It is what it is.
Real east side school, man. I did all my dirt on the east side, man. Early childhood, I was on the south side. You know what I'm saying? When it was time for me to really get active and get outside and become who I am, man, I was over on the east and ain't looked back since, man. I love the east side. I love the south side too, but the east what made me. So shout out.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of dive right in and go into like who you are now and how that kind of grew. So like I know you're like one of the hip hop juggernauts that I know. Like even before we just started recording, you were playing. So you were like, name who that is, and I'm like, I have no idea who you're talking about. I probably should have. Actually, one of them I should have. But how did that love for hip hop and studying and learning the game and all that stuff? I mean, if you look back in the Gucci episode, talking about how Carter 3 is pivotal as far as unskippable albums. How did that love, and then not only that, how did that propel that deep knowledge into loving hip hop?
Well, a lot of people don't know this about me because I'm a kind of skip around a little bit. A lot of people don't know this about me, but hip hop's not my favorite genre of music. It is the most popular genre of music, so that alone made me fall in love with it.
So it's like a social thing almost.
It was a social thing because don't get me wrong. There's a lot of hip hop that I have no clue about, and I mean a lot. Most of it's underground shit, and there's certain people that I really don't care to listen to and whatnot. I listen to it because of my profession, my profession. But other than that, I really could care less to listen to certain people, certain things.
Name one of them certain people.
The man who shall not be named, he's a pedophile. We don't want to. A minor. Yeah. Nah, don't get me wrong.
Nah, Drake's trash.
Yeah, he's trash. I do not fuck with Drake at all. I do have a couple of his songs on my phone just because the subject matter hit me at the time that I heard it.
Sure,
Because like I said, as a DJ, man, I gotta dive into everything. And when I hear certain shit, I'm like, okay, I pull the party song out, and I'm like, all right, that's it. But some of these tracks that I got, I'm like, damn, okay, this shit hit me a little bit.
I'm agreeing with what Kendrick said. Kendrick said, I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
Yeah. I don't like
whatever.
Drake at all. But to answer your question, the level of hip hop came from, I mean, just being a fan of where hip hop came from, I guess you could say.
Okay. Dive into that. What do you mean by that?
So
for a young guy like myself who might not know where
Yeah. So quick shout out to one of my mentors, DJ Kermit J Rock. His company is called Loag ENT, LOAG, and it stands for Love of All Genres.
Okay.
Backstory on him, gangsta ass dude from South Georgia, but he's one of the biggest country DJs in Southern California.
Really?
Yeah. If you seen this dude, you'd be like, oh, he's nothing but hip hop. But all he spends for the most part is country music.
He's whipping on the tractor.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. I mean, and he's fucking huge. He's been at some of the biggest festivals out there for country music alone.
Really?
Yeah. And so I kind of helped him start his company a little bit. And we would walk around and you'd see both of us and we go to bars and whatnot to DJ and whatnot, and people would see us like, what the fuck, man? We don't want to do this hippity hop bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And then we get out there and start spinning just nothing but country music. And I'm talking about hits, classic hits, the hip hop, country, whatever the fuck. We spinning hits and whatnot, and everybody loves it. And so his business grew on that. I took a back seat because I had to go get my shit together, and I came back home. But the initial start of where hip hop came from, I mean, you really got to start where did black music start? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Country music originally black.
Sure.
Rock and roll originally black. Fucking house music originally black. All of that stuff started as black music, as popular music and whatnot, and then it turned into what it is now. But at the very beginning of hip hop, they had to pull from those genres and those original artists and whatnot.
Just kind of like spin it?
What do you mean?
Well, keep going. All right.
No, that's where the love came from. Knowing where it came from, and even if it's not like the original shit, which I do love some of the original stuff.
Sure.
Knowing that it came from this and turned into what we have now is what I love about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And it what am I see? Let me see. It makes it easier to relate to different eras of it because if you're one of them dudes from the 80s who loves that New York boom bap whatever, you're also probably gonna love Def Leppard and Bon Jovi. Maybe not their whole catalog, but you know a song or two. You're like, man, I love this song growing up. You know what I'm saying? So being able to relate that way through hip hop alone is kind of what made me fall in love with it. And I challenge everybody, man. I tell people, because they always talking about, man, you listening to this and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, just dive a little deeper and see where your favorite song got that sample from.
Yeah.
Just dive.
The amount of songs that are like founded and based in like jazz standards.
Yeah.
And people are like, I hate jazz. I'm like, bro,
you listen to it every day.
On jazz.
You listen to it every day, bro. Diddy has to pay Sting like $2,000 a day for the rest of his life, all because of Every Breath You Take. Like
$2,000 a day?
Yeah, like $2,000 a day.
That's insane.
And I'm like, bro, people don't like rock and roll music or whatever, but he literally stole that whole song.
Yeah, like it's what it is.
And it is a rock song. Now everybody likes it because it's a memory to Biggie and yada yada yada. But like, if you hear the original, there ain't nothing changed except there's rap lyrics instead of rock lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
In true What They Want podcast fashion, this leads into a nice little segue of I need you know what I'm about to ask you, right?
Go ahead.
Slab in the back, throwing it up the 4.
Okay.
What is your Mount Rushmore of lyricists?
In rap?
Mm-hmm. You go dead or alive, through time. You're Mount Rushmore.
Jeezy.
Okay, as we've established through the Jeezy Gucci episode. Check that out. Link in the description.
I like that. Yeah. Jeezy's up there. My top 4 lyricists. Oh.
There's a lot to pick from.
I'm going to say Ice Cube.
Okay.
And not only because of his music that he has recorded, because of everything that he's wrote for other people.
Yeah. Now that's wild. Get into that.
Yeah.
Guys that aren't actually lyricists but are just good rappers, and then the people that are writing for them are actually the ones going insane with the pen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ice Cube's up there.
I agree with that take. I can agree with that take.
Like don't get me wrong, I love his music.
Yeah.
But if you add in the shit that he's wrote for other people,
Yeah, it bumps it up to another level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his first big hit was "Boys in the Hood" by Eazy-E, and I'm like,
Right.
Man, Mount Rushmore was lyricist. That's hard.
Yeah, you didn't think I was going to throw that one at you.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna go rappers.
Nope.
Jeezy, Cube.
I'm surprised you haven't said somebody that I'm thinking of right now. But
Who?
Wayne. Really?
Maybe not my top 4.
Maybe there's like a generational difference here, but I mean, Wayne's on my top 4.
Don't get me wrong. He's dope with the pen.
Is Wayne your top 5? If it's not 4, is he 5th?
I don't know. I really don't know, man. I'm not gonna. I can't put him in there, and I'm not going to.
Really? That's so wild to me. I don't know.
Oh man. As far as being a lyricist only. Oh man, I can't believe I'm forgetting that. And it's 2 people, but I'm putting it as one. Outkast. I don't know how the hell I forgot them.
Yeah.
Jeezy, Cube, Outkast. And someone keeps coming back to my mind.
I was like, you only got one more, dog.
But now that I heard him, I thought of him. Now I'm thinking of this other person. Now I'm thinking of this other person. I gotta go with the one whose music I know the most.
Okay.
Out of those 3 people, and that's gonna be
Gucci Mane.
Fuck no. Fuck no. That's gonna be DMX.
Okay. DMX. Okay.
Yeah. That's gonna be DMX. It was between him, Jadakiss, and Busta Rhymes, but
I mean,
DMX. I know DMX's music a little bit better than I know the other 2.
I know my lyricist list looks a little different. Just surely, I would say because of generational difference. Like the people you're listening to on your list, I don't really.
And don't get me. The only one that's really in my generational era is Jeezy.
Yeah.
I mean, Outkast, they were ending as I was coming into music. Ice Cube, but his heyday was before I even was
But they
born.
lasted so long.
Yeah.
That by the time it got to me, then they started falling down.
Yeah. DMX, his heyday was right. He ended right when I was getting into music for real. You know what I'm saying? So I had to actually dig in some crates and go back a little bit just to find what they're talking about.
So
you know
if that's your top 4 lyricists,
mm-hmm.
not to stay on the Mount Rushmore for so long, but what is your top 4 all-encompassing, like artists, total package?
Artists or rappers?
Let's go rappers, then we'll go artists. That way we can
my rappers
slide
is Jeezy and Eazy-E.
Okay.
Those are my 2 favorite rappers. Who else do I got up there for number 3 and 4? I'm gonna put Outkast up there again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna probably put, because I can't pick just one, Bone Thugs and Harmony. So the whole group.
Okay. I'm probably going Kendrick Lamar. This is in no order. Kendrick Lamar.
I want to put him on there, but there's just some more heavy hitters that if he was competing with them back in their heyday, he'd have never won.
I'm probably going Kendrick Lamar. I say Biggie mainly because style.
See, it pained me not to put him and Pac in either one of those lists.
I mean, sometimes that East Coast flair is just kind of like what I'm looking for.
I hate East Coast rap. I hate that shit.
So
but
I
I respect it, and I love that. I love that's where hip hop was born.
It's back and forth,
and it just depends on what it is for me.
Kendrick, Tupac. I'll put Denzel Curry up there.
That's
for me
different.
For me,
as overall artist or
as a rapper.
Just
overall
rapper.
Word. Yeah, overall rapper for me. Denzel Curry. And Wayne.
Okay, Denzel Curry's a curveball.
Yeah, I knew he would be.
That's wild.
He came to my mind like at a random time. I wasn't thinking of him at all, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, Denzel Curry.
Yeah, that's wild. Damn.
If I had to go like mumble rap, 21 is.
If I have to go mumble rap, I'm going when it first started, and I'm going that 2013, 2014 Migos, and that's it. If ASAP Rocky was still rapping how he was back then, he would definitely be in my top 4, whatever. But
now
he has fell off the hard hitting lyricist shit. He still can talk his shit, but he's not dropping the music that
he's just not what he was
once was. And I appreciate the elevation and whatnot, but it's his whatever he's talking about ain't aligning with who I am.
Sure.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm out. I listen to it because I love Rocky, but I can't. Yeah. But
so now what's up with artists?
Overall artists.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson is number 1.
Okay.
Number 1.
All right. That's so hard for me now that I think about it because you got to consider everybody.
Yeah, Michael Jackson number 1, and I'm throwing groups in there too.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Because I mean they're one artist.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Motley Crue.
Don't know who that is.
It's an 80s rock band. I've seen them twice in concert now,
really?
And I want to go see them again this month, but I don't think I can. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it.
Dang.
Motley Crue. I gotta put Eazy-E in there just because he's my favorite rapper ever.
Okay.
I want to throw a curveball and say George, but I don't think he'd be in my top 4 of all time.
Maybe just top 4 right now. It's kind of hard to go like all time if we're being honest. My music taste shifts so much that people ask me all the time, and I'm like, this month I'm feeling this. Next month I'm probably feeling
that's
something.
me, man. I'll change my entire genre of music on a random Tuesday and just like boom, let's go.
That's why I put all my songs on my life playlist, and then every now and then I'll just like scroll far down, and I'll be like, oh, that's what I was feeling then, because it'll be like this song, and then it'll be like whatever. It's insane. I'm gonna throw that curveball in there. I'm gonna go Michael Jackson, Eazy-E, Motley Crue, and George Strait. George Strait. Okay.
Seen him in concert too. That shit's dope. God damn, his old ass can put on a concert. I was drunk as hell at that. Oh man, that was an amazing concert.
Man, just a rebuttal. I'd probably go. Man, I'm probably putting Earth, Wind, and Fire in there.
Okay.
If we're counting groups.
Okay.
Throw Earth, Wind, and Fire. I listen to too much. Luther Vandross.
Oh shit! See, I didn't. You know what? And don't get me wrong, Luther. I love you.
Never too much.
I love you to death, Luther. God rest your soul. And I really don't want to say this, but I have to say this. He didn't have a lot of original music. A lot of his shit was covers.
Hey, it doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't matter. It don't matter. But God damn, I'm like, man, I don't know if I can. Man, I love Luther.
The internet says that Kelly Clarkson, like you get scared when Kelly Clarkson sings your song because she almost sings like everybody's song better than they do.
That was Luther.
It's so insane.
That was Luther. The amount of songs that I thought were his, and then I'm like, yo, is Luther gonna come on the track? When I heard the original, I'm like, where the hell is he at? I'm like, yo, there's no way that he outdid these people like that. Like, it's crazy.
I gotta throw Kendrick in there.
Okay.
Myself.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, Luther, Kendrick.
And, oh my gosh, this last one is so hard. I was gonna make a joke and say Bobby Cadwell, but I really only know the one song that is classic for him. But if I really had to add a fourth artist of all time, staying away from my Christian roots.
No, throw him in there. I was thinking some of them too. I was gonna throw in Donnie McClurkin or something. I was gonna throw some wild shit in there.
I gotta throw Marvin Sapp in there.
Yeah.
I gotta throw Marvin Sapp.
Yeah.
If I'm going Christian top 10 artists, it's probably I'm going Marvin Sapp, Charity Gale. Gosh darn it, I have a song that I've been listening to so many times and I can't remember who in the frick. I think it might be Upper Room, and then. It's a cop out, but Brandon Lake. I mean, nobody really knows.
Quick question for you.
Carry Joe.
Did you know that the Killers are a Christian group?
No, because I don't even know who the Killers are.
You don't know who the Killers are?
No.
You don't know? Somebody told me.
Oh
Did you know that? You didn't know that? You can talk to the mic, man. We got you a mic.
Really?
Yeah, they're a Christian group. They're like a Mormon group or something like that.
That's even crazier.
Well, that's when I found out that Switchfoot.
Yeah, Switchfoot is too.
Like, I was like, man, I don't like rock. But then we would listen. So, to kind of reel back into some other stuff, me and DJ Royal, we worked in the car business together for a while. And, man, Switchfoot would be playing all the time in that building, no matter what. And somebody told me, they were like, you never heard Switchfoot? I'm like, I don't think so. And so I played Dare You to Move.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this song this thing is hot.
Yeah, they're a Christian group. My first concert ever was Skillet.
Yeah.
And you listen to their music and like, bro, this shit is heavy. I don't know about this. Yeah. They worshiping all types of devils and whatnot. Bro, these dudes, they
worshiping the Lord.
Man, they gang banging for Jesus out there, bro. So yeah, man, that's
kind of wild. I'm reeling it back in. So you came back to speak after your kind of like mentorship or apprenticeship with I can't remember his name.
Kermie J. Rock.
Yeah. And
shout out.
So what kind of happens there? I mean, do you just go back to working? Do you like what's like your path? Like when do you establish DJ Royal? When does that become a thing? When do you do all that?
Are you? What am I doing when I get back, or establishing DJ Royal? Because those are two totally different things.
I care more about establishing DJ Royal than
all right. So if we're gonna go that route, I got to start as a child. Okay. Because that gets me here.
Whatever gets us there.
Yeah.
Whatever gets us there.
So the first time I ever watched the movie Juice, have you seen that?
Sure.
Oh God, come on, man.
I don't think so.
God damn.
You got the juice now.
R&D department. Show me a picture of that movie cover.
Oh my goodness.
Because I have no idea. I don't. Who's it have?
Tupac, Omar Epps.
Oh, definitely. I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
You can just stop.
Never mind. Yeah.
No.
You need to watch Juice.
I've watched some old movies.
No, you need to watch Juice.
I've maybe seen clips from it.
Probably.
TikTok is a crazy place.
All right, so there's a DJ battle scene in that movie, and I'm like, that's what I want to do.
I was like,
yeah, they was going ham. I was like, I got to do that shit. For those you don't know, being a DJ is expensive. So my mama was like, oh, yeah, you can do that when you can pay for your own shit, because I'm not paying for that. So fast forward.
Key us in. How expensive is being a DJ? I'm curious. I don't actually know. I mean,
my very first setup that I got, it cost me about $7,000.
Really? Like an entry level?
Yeah.
So what?
And that's like all the cheapest shit you can buy.
I mean, like, so what does most of that cost? Does that cost come from the board that does all the stuff?
That's your computer. Okay. That's your board. That's your speakers. That's your lights. That's your subscriptions to get music legally. Because some places you go DJ, if you're playing shit off of YouTube, they somehow know they'll kick your ass out, and you can get fined. It's from all of that shit.
Yeah, because to do it commercially, because you're getting paid for it.
And then that's just a setup. That's just basic shit. I mean, little things that you don't think of is your table, all your cords.
As in, like, the literal table.
Yeah, like a table to sit your shit on. A table, all your cords, fucking.
How much are cases? Just your cases alone were like a grand,
Oh,
were like $800
the case
for the
that
good
I
ones.
got for my first set, it was like $700.
Right, so that's just 10% of the cost is just in travel.
In a
Just
case?
just to travel.
in
with
a
it.
flight case, something that you
I
can.
mean-
Yeah,
I kind of get it because like when I was in college and I played tuba, tubas are like, I don't know, like maybe $5,000 for one, maybe like up like for an entry level, and then upwards of $12,000 for like
Yeah.
the expensive one. But I mean, for DJ, I feel like and this just might be like me not understanding, but I feel like I'm gonna get in some heat for this one. What really go into how you became DJ World, but then also kind of like what really is like where's the art in DJ?
okay. So,
Honestly, because I have a cousin that DJs
Uh-huh.
in Top City, and I mean, I don't know. I look at his setup, and all I see is all I feel like he's doing is just like queuing stuff up and then hitting a transition.
Okay. Well, let me dial back a little bit, get to who I am, how I became it, and
Yeah.
I'll get to that. So I watched Juice, wanted to become that. Cool. I joined the Marine Corps. I'm overseas. I'm in Japan.
Thank you for your service.
Appreciate it. We go on a little a field exercise to Korea. Well, while we're out there in Korea, we're finding all these different bars and whatnot. And even in Japan, we're going to these different bars and whatnot. And I always am the one playing the music. Like, I'm on YouTube looking shit up while we're in the bar, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay. Everyone's like, man, you keep this. I've actually got bars money because, like, they would hear the music outside. Like, oh, my God, they out here. They in there rocking and shit. So people would just come in and start flooding the fucking bars and shit. Yeah.
In Korea?
Yeah.
Koreans be rocking it like that. Huh?
In Korea and in Japan. So the first time that I said that I really started DJing was in 2014 when I was in Korea. We were at a bar, and I mean, we were lit because we was all drunk as hell. But I'm like, bro, this music sucks, bro. Like, what the hell? And I look around the club, and there's a DJ booth, and it's empty. I'm like, yo, do y'all got a DJ in here? Like, what is? I'm like, no, it's just a computer. Like, I said, I'm gonna go play some music. I said, all right, go play some music. The way I turned that club in like 3 minutes was fucking ridiculous. So that right there, I was like, man, all right, I could really do this. Like, I could really do this if I wanted to. Well, I met DJ Kermit J Rock when I was in Japan. He's in the Marine Corps too. You're not gonna thank him for his service? That's crazy. That's crazy. So I'm
Thank you for your service, DJ Cameron.
Kermit J Rock.
Kermit J. Rock. There we go. I did it backwards.
So he's doing parties and whatnot there, and I'm throwing parties or I'm going to these parties like, all right, cool, and I'm over here, hey, play this. And he's like, what? I said, play this. He plays it, crowd goes wild. I'm like, what the fuck? And he knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for a while. Like, play this, play that. I'm just sending them songs, just throwing them songs, and shit's going crazy. I never dialed in on actually doing it. Fast forward to 2015, I come back to the States. He comes back to the States. We're both in California.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm like, yo, I want to do this. I want to try this shit out, man. He's like, all right, cool. So he gave me my first controller ever. So he's like, you got to get everything else, but the first controller he had, he gave it to me.
Dang.
And I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm working on it, and he's like, man, you got to practice this, practice that. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting there practicing, and just my knowledge for music, I can hear, like, you could play something right now, I could probably hear 2 or 3 more songs that would fit right next to it or go right into it.
Yeah.
Cause I always think ahead when I'm DJing. So I started doing that shit, and I'm like, all right, man, I can do this. So then I had a little money in my pocket, you know what I'm saying? Man, let me go get a little something, you know what I'm saying? So I went and just got some little bullshit ass speakers for my room and whatnot. So I've been practicing there, doing that shit. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Fast forward to 2016, 17?
Sure.
16.
So
I came home. Yeah.
Yep.
I came back to Topeka. And I I told people I was a DJ, blah 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 blah. I did a couple parties here and there, rocked them. I was doing everything for free and like give me unlimited wings at the party, and I'm
I'm
a case of beer. You know, so I was doing shit for free.
Yeah.
And they was like, all right, cool. Fast forward to 2017, I moved back to California because the streets was hot at that time. I was kind of in the streets a little bit, rolling around with some people, you know what I'm saying, doing what we do. So I was talking on the phone with Kermit. He was like, man, bring your ass back out here. I ain't trying to see you end up dead and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, man, cool. So I ain't got shit going on. So I packed up my car, drove back to California. And that's when he originally started Logie and T. So we was out there trying to do that, trying to work it, you know what I'm saying? Got into a bar, we was there every week. Got into a couple other little spots, you know. He would do something, I would do something. I actually DJ'd at a spot that was in the original Top Gun. Did a wedding there. That shit was lit. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, let's take a picture here." I'm like, "Get the fuck out my face, I'm working." Yeah, so I did all that. Some things in life happened with me, and I was like, man, I gotta get back home and set shit up. You know what I'm saying? So I came back home 2018. I've been back ever since, and I just been trying to rock it out here, and that's that.
You might notice, real quick segue, you might notice he's wearing a Dad Gang hat. The reason I'm not really touching on the whole Dad Gang thing is because you got to check out the Jay Thice episode, because they dive deep into fatherhood and all that stuff. So we're not gonna worry about talking about that. But check out the Jay Thice episode.
Shout out Arlope though. Shout out my boy.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's how I became me, the DJ.
So where's the
Royal.
name DJ Royal come from?
Kermit gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
He was. If you know me, I don't partake in a lot of bright colors. One in specific, unless it's football season. So, and that's the only time I really wear that color. You know,
I don't think I've ever seen you wear that color.
Yeah, hardly ever. You'll rarely see me wear that shit. And so, when I got it, the Royals had won the World Series, and they went back to back, and then they won the second one. So every day I was blued up, Royals this, Royals that, Royals. I'm like, and he's like, bro, you always wearing Royal shit. It's always some type of blue that you're wearing because of the Royals. Like, you from the area, why don't you just go by this? And I was like, man, it got a little ring to it.
DJ Royal was born.
I was like, all right, cool. He's like, man, you've been going back and forth trying to find a name and trying to do this, try to do that. Nothing really stuck for you. This is you. This is who you are. I was like, all right. And he was just sitting there and just came out of nowhere and said, bro, that's you. That's your name. And here we are.
Okay. Well, that's the origin of DJ Royal. I kind of like I said, I'm actually genuinely interested to learn like what's really going on. You know, you talked about the fact that you're thinking ahead during a set, you're doing all this stuff. As like a classically trained musician that's sort of doing the same thing in a lot of cases. Nowadays, for when I'm playing sets, actually, in fact, a while ago, I was we were lucky we had like an alumni drumline performance, and it was funny enough, you know, think about how all the tempos, we were rushed like crazy, but you know, and even when I was in like wind ensemble, thinking of tempo changes and stuff, kind of understanding what really is the art of being a good DJ, and why can't I sit behind your same set, your same little table, and or just any random why can't a random bozo just hop behind your set, look at the little knobs, and then you know, be a DJ?
To answer that question is kind of hard because
you're not a good DJ. No,
shit. Shit. And there ain't a lot of I'm not cocky, but there ain't a lot of people in this area, Kansas City, Topeka, Lawrence. There ain't a lot of people that can touch me. I'm just saying that
because that was funny.
I'm not downplaying anybody, but yeah,
No, I'm impressed with your music knowledge.
they ain't
From
fucking
day
with me.
one, I was like,
They not fucking
this
with
dude knows his music.
Um,
Yes, for sure.
You can go back there. A lot of it is knowing when to cut something, drop this or do that. You know what I'm saying? That's where the practice comes in. Number one, you can't be a DJ if you have zero music knowledge. You gotta know everything. You know what I'm saying? Unless you are specific, I'm only doing rap or I'm only doing rock. I'm only doing jazz. If you're specific to only doing one thing, then that's all you need to know. But any real good DJ,
You gotta know what's hot. You gotta know what's not.
you got to know everything and from every era. If you get hired to do an 80s party and you have no idea what came out in the 80s,
I guess we listened to Pimp a Butterfly.
you know what I'm saying? Like we're not. If you get called to do a 2000s party and you're over here playing everything from 2010, like no, we're talking
The vibe's different.
99 to 2009,
Yeah.
and really we're talking 99 to like 2005, 2006.
I was like, more like, oh,
for
wow.
real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the music knowledge is the main thing. You gotta have music knowledge. Other than that, what is your performance like? Because you're actually performing.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same as a singer. It's the same as you playing the tuba. It's the same as anybody going out there and doing what they do. You are the performance. Let me ask y'all a question. You've been to a wedding once or twice before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
A couple times.
Absolutely.
Okay. Tell me about the bride's dress. Exactly, you can't. Tell me about the food. Nah, you took too long. You could have just said it. Tell me about the food. You can't.
I mean, I could, but
You took too long. You would if you remembered everything about the dress, if you cared, if you remembered all of that shit and you cared, you would spit it out there. Now tell me about the DJ. You would know if that motherfucker sucks or not.
Right, that's true. Right, if the band was good, you know.
You know if the music sucks, because that's what you're there for.
Right.
After the kisses and hugs, you don't give a fuck about nothing else. You care about the party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, if that motherfucker sucks, you're going to talk about it.
sure.
And you're going to tell everybody, don't hire this motherfucker. He's terrible.
Right, or he's worth every penny.
Or if he's good, he's like,
Right.
he
turned it out and
He's charging me
everybody- right,
$2,000 for 3 hours. You need to pay it. You're going to tell them because you remember, like, yo, that dude is unstoppable.
He was it, yeah. It kind of makes me think about when, like, it's like we said, or we're told, whatever, in the car business a lot, which was like one person, the average one person that has a bad experience is going to tell 5 times as many people as the one person with the greatest experience in the universe.
Yep.
Which is insane to think about, but like, it's so much easier for me to remember. Oh, this meal was bad. The theater was too hot.
You remember everything bad.
The movie was trash. Like, and that's why, like, even when we're talking about like for production stuff, right? Like, we talk about how do you begin, and almost more importantly, how are you ending? Because how it ends dictates pretty much everything. If the ending is trash, they're gonna remember how bad the ending was, and then everything before that was trash. If your ending is good, they'll be, despite what you may think, they'll be willing to overlook whatever it was in the middle because it wraps up.
Yeah. No, you in order to be a DJ, you gotta have a real performance. You gotta be able to perform. You gotta be able to interact with the crowd. You gotta be able to know when to drop this song.
EDM DJs be going crazy.
They don't even be doing. Half the time they're not even DJing. It's already a pre-recorded set, and they just fucking.
I know, but I should watch them, but maybe just like I'm watching them and look at
Yeah, he says, "I'm Calvin Harris."
I think that's more. I think that's more of the drugs than the actual party. You know what I'm saying? The
That's
actual.
probably why their shoulders don't get thrown out. They're over here.
Yeah. I think that's more.
They be going a little too crazy. I
think that's more just all the drugs that everybody be on. But no, if your performance sucks, then you're done for, man.
Yeah.
Unless you're just that one guy who's in that one town that everybody knows, like, oh, we know he DJs, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get hired all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You get every bar mitzvah, you get every wedding,
you're everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're the only guy. Yeah.
Somebody needs a DJ for the high school party, you're the guy, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And the kids hate you. But you come back every year because you're cheap, and they know what they get. You know what I'm saying? But if your performance sucks, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah, a lot of it's sold in the energy. Looking back on this video because I recorded it of the alumni performance. I thought it was so funny because even in high school and then after high school, people would always talk about like the energy I brought, whatever, yada yada yada, and I'm like, bro, that is a switch. I look at myself in that video, I'm like, yeah, it's a switch because I haven't looked like that, felt like that since I played again. But the second I put that drum on, knew what I was playing and stuff, I look just like I did 2-3 years ago when I was playing as a high school student. And so it's like being able to do that and kind of like turn on that switch and that mentality shift that when you are performing, it is a performance and that's part of it. And being able to kind of control that in a certain way is like super crucial to how things look in the end. Whether you're a DJ, whether you're doing whatever.
Yeah, you got if you're on stage, you need to perform.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out Shane Summers. Yeah, if you're on stage, you need to perform, man.
You're the expert.
Yeah, nah, for real. And then you can. I got a homeboy. He swears up and down he's a DJ because he knows the music. And I'm like, okay. He hit me up, yo, teach me how to DJ. I'm like, all right, cool, come on. I'm teaching him how to do it. He came to 2 lessons. And I'm like, and now all of a sudden he's a DJ. I'm like, bro, you don't know how to do a transition. You don't know how to mix. You don't know how to scratch. You don't know how to do anything.
I know how to cue up the songs though.
You can turn the dial and find the song and say, oh, that's what we're doing. And then you'll play it at the wrong time. You just hit play and cut this one off. I'm like, no. Mm-mm.
That's the worst thing as an audience member, bro.
It hurts. It hurts.
A DJ that cuts the song off at the wrong time, bro. You're like, what are we doing?
It hurts your ears, like, bro. What the hell? I used to go to clubs. I still do. In clubs and bars and whatnot. If they got a DJ, I'll sit there and listen to them. I'm like, this is what they want to pay for.
Sometimes it's hard for me to watch performances because my ear is so like tuned that I'm just like, what are we?
I know what's wrong.
Right.
Immediately.
Well,
I go places and I'm looking at their speaker system like, yeah, you need to turn this one down because somebody's gonna go deaf in here or that shit's about to blow. And I walked up to the club owners like, hey, you need to turn your speakers down, bro. What? I'm like, that shit's about to blow.
That's why you
no,
can't
it's
hear
not.
me.
Bow. Shit blew. I told you. I did that at where was I? It was at a spot in Lawrence. And they actually were trying to hire me to run their sound and shit and be like their resident DJ, but they never wanted to do anything because I told them the price. They're like, yeah, fuck that. But we were at a show and I'm like, bro, this shit is piercing. Everybody's complaining that their ears hurt. This shit is just too loud. You can't hear the person on the mic. You can't do anything. I'm like, who's running your sound? And they're like, oh, our sound guy's out.
So we just turned the volume up.
We just turned it on, and the guy who owns the place, he kind of knows what he's talking about. I said, bro, let me see this shit. I'm over here in the middle of the show and shit. I'm over here tweaking shit, turning this speaker that way so it's echoing off, and I'm over here doing it. They're like, oh my God, that sounds so much better. I'm like, it's not fucking hard, bro.
Not wild.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, you should come work here. We need someone like that because this guy always calls out. I said, tap in with me. Let's go.
I think about it like this, and this is the same thing we talk about. Whether it's performing, whether it's sound guards, whether it's whatever, there's all this momentum to a train. And recently, I just learned that for some reason, I just learned this. I don't think most people know, but a train locomotive engine by itself is 400,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
It is 260 tons.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when you think about trains, and you think about a fast-moving train, like, you drive a truck.
Mm-hmm.
Think about pulling a truck, and you're trying to slow down 8,000 pounds. You need a considerable amount of distance to stop that.
Yeah.
DJs that cut it off early, performers that don't perform well, stuff like that, performance hiccups, whatever. Like I said, DJs that don't perform well. It's like a train, a 260-ton train that needs minutes, like tens of minutes to stop and slow down, just hitting a wall.
Yeah.
And it's not good. It's like terrible.
You will empty a crowd immediately if you can't do your transition right.
It's horrible. But
and me like I touched on it, like I'm always thinking ahead on there.
Yeah.
So like, I know I'm playing this song, and I know, okay, at this word or at this moment in the song, I'm cutting it off, and I'm playing this one, and then after that one, this one's getting queued up, because this one's only going to play for 30 seconds, and then I'm going right into this one. This one, I'm going to let the whole song play, and then as soon as it cuts off, it goes right into this. I'm always like 3, 4, 5 songs ahead.
I mean, part of that, I'm sure part of that comes in knowing what lyrics are being said. How do those tie into them? The tempos, how do the tempos shift together? How can I shift the tempo into another tempo?
Yep.
I mean, now that I think about it more, the complexity becomes more and more obvious. But like when you don't know it, it just looks like But that's kind of the beauty of it too. At the same time, is that you get to that point where you're so good at what you do, nobody really notices how.
Oh yeah, we don't get no type of love. Unless your name is DJ Mustard or Skrillex or some shit, no one cares about you.
You're so proficient at what it is, though. But see, they don't recognize you, but they do care about you because the second it switches up, they're.
I'm telling you, think about what the last wedding you went to. You don't give a fuck about what that bride was wearing.
Sure.
Oh, she looked so beautiful. Tell me about it.
White dress.
Oh, she had a white dress on. Okay, tell me about it. It was white. Had a long veil. Okay. Now what was the DJ doing? Oh, that motherfucker. I wouldn't give him my left kidney if he asked me. Like Bro, yeah, you know these things, man. Like, put some respect on it.
Right. I mean, man. I don't think I have any more questions. I mean, I think I know what I need to know. I think people know. I think they learned something. I think we'll do this again with Snow, and then with whole Slavo Arts and Dialectic Media Group back there, and then one day I'll get interviewed. But
you got any questions for me, man? You need to.
We'll save that for another episode.
No, come on, we here.
I got enough to occupy a whole session.
Shit, we can run it back. We here as fuck.
We'll come back for part 2. But that's gonna be it for the What They Want podcast. This episode, ladies and gentlemen, if you like listening to it, I'm confused why you haven't subscribed yet. And if you have subscribed, I'm confused why your friends haven't subscribed yet. Man, tell your friends to subscribe. We're on the come up for real. Check out some of the previous episodes. We got Darian STL on the podcast. We had Jay Theis recently on the podcast. Obviously, check out that Moto Music episode. That was insane.
Doing numbers right now.
That was insane. The Gucci versus Jeezy episode.
That's doing numbers right now.
Let us know if you want more content like that. You know, me and Ro could go back and forth about Kendrick.
Jay Theis.
Jay Theis? Have I been saying it? Jay Theis?
Yeah, Jay Theis.
Was I saying Theis?
Yeah, we can't. No, that's the dude, man. Jay Theis.
That's so unfortunate. Jay Theis. Tragic. How horrible of me. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, man. Subscribe, all that shit. Like and subscribe to YouTube, the
Share
IG.
All the people you know. Follow us on IG at What They Want 24. Listen, man. It's your boy Zay.
It's DJ Royal.
Danny Slab over here.
Hey, yo. We'll catch y'all in the next episode, y'all. Y'all be good.
I'ma give them what they want. She gon' give me what I want. I'ma give them what they want.